did a video yesterday talking about the protests in LA over immigration and how the administration responded to it. And they were trying to say how it was so violent and they had to send in the National Guard and they were talking about sending in the Marines, etc., to quell the violence. But it didn't turn violent until ICE agents escalated the situation, if they really were ICE agents, by doing things like shooting tear gas into the crowd and firing rubber bullets, things like that. Well, now, after Donald Trump has nationalized 2,000 California National Guard troops and sent them in to help maintain the peace in LA, Gavin Newsom has indicated that the state of California plans to sue the Trump administration over this. Because typically, what would happen with a National Guard call up is that particular state's governor would approve the call up, because ultimately the National Guard is at the discretion of the state, of the governor. They can be nationalized, but usually it is with the cooperation of the governor, not in opposition to. And that's what happened here. Now, Gavin Newsom has said he believes what Donald Trump did was illegal, and an illegal call up of the Guard, and using them for other means than what they were intended. Now, we will see how this plays out in court. Donald Trump loses a lot of court cases because what he does isn't always on the legal side. They don't dot I's, cross T's, do things through proper channels. They just react. And that's what this was. Donald Trump was reacting to protests that he didn't like about how he was doing something, so he thought he would look like the tough guy and send in the National Guard. And now it is appearing that he is going to get sued over this, because he didn't go through proper channels. And that's what Donald Trump does a lot. He screws up. He doesn't do things the right way. He reacts like a toddler. Now, ultimately, this is probably going to end up in front of the Supreme Court, like a lot of things involving Donald Trump. Gavin Newsom has asked Donald Trump to rescind his order calling for the use of troops. But so far, Donald Trump has not backed off that order. Donald Trump doesn't like to back down because he thinks it makes him look weak, but he thinks doing things like this, like sending in the military, makes him look strong, when in reality, this is things you would see from countries that have an authoritarian leader. And that's just not what we do here. So we will see how this court case plays out. But Donald Trump, once again, looks like he's getting sued. I don't know how many court cases and active things are going on against this administration, but this has got to be a record.